Then Chala Nagadia, commander from Nankulabi, she commands our ground troops.
The people power. No power.
Then doctor here is going to be one of our coordinators for the emergency duties. That one the Lord Mayor will talk about. Then we have a powerful team from behind. Salongo Sechide, you all know from Leva.
Chameleon, oh yeah. Chameleon, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, brother of Kenya. Then Mr. Nakulabi.
People power.
Mr. Nakulabi, one of the most powerful politicians. Then Mr. Sendio Francis, a guild president for Montesa Royal University, is one of our youth coordinators. Mr. Mulindwa Charles here is the chairman for our task force in Waga Sound.
Chameleon, oye.
Mr. Sergo William Salongo. You are doing Salongo. Mr. Sergo William Salongo, never to the Sechide. William Salongo. So he is the chairman our task force in Waga North. He has been a commander for
Chameleon, oye. People power, our power.
So our brother from Nakawa division, where are you, Sevagan? Okay. So that is the team, ladies and gentlemen. At this juncture, I want to tell you that this is our second press conference. We had one last time. The Lord Mayor, incoming, has very many issues pertaining our campaign. I want, at this juncture, to tell you that we are doing very well. We have been making statistics, and as usual, the man we are going to replace has started crying, but for us, we have solutions for people who cry. At this time, I want to welcome or invite the Lord Mayor to say his package, to unpack his package to you for today. You're welcome, Mr. Incoming Lord Mayor. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Today, we are here to address our campaigns, the progress. We opened our office last week, this week, but it was an overwhelming occasion. A lot of people have been coming here, showing a lot of interest to move with us to redeem our city from the failed administration. The purpose of today is this week as we opened our office, we announced that we are going to have a task force, of which we announced, but we didn't break down into detail. So I would really want to use this opportunity to clearly announce the task force for Joseph Mayanja 2021. We chose the chairman and spokesman, Honorable Sam Lukaku, just right here with me. He's going to be the chairman and spokesman. The deputy chairman and head of finance, unfortunately, Tali Yohan, but we have Honorable Michael Mabike. Secretary and campaign director is right next to me on my left, Honorable Henry Luboa. For mobilization, we have the deputy secretary, Mr. Waigongoro Assad. Waliwa is on his way. The secretary, information and research, is Miss Monica Nanyonjo. Deputy in charge of information, Mr. Bulira Frank. Deputy in charge of research, Mr. Senyonjo Michael. Division coordinator Kawempe, where I come from, is Dr. Emmanuel Serunjoji. Division coordinator Wemachindi, Mr. Deogracius Hijambo. Division coordinator Nakawa Division, Engineer Ronald Galimwesu. Coordinator Rubaga Division, Mrs. Angela Chigonya. Coordinator Kampala Central Division, Mrs. Narumansi Farida. Constituency Coordinator for Machindi East, Mr. Ronald Ward. Constituency Coordinator Machindi West, Mr. Nachibinge Joe. Constituency Coordinator Kawempe South is Mr. Sebuliba Ausi. The Constituency Coordinator Kawempe North, Mr. Serviri Charles. Constituency Coordinator Nakawa East Mr. Muwanga Edward. Constituency Coordinator Nakawa West, Mayor Munji Florence Namata. Constituency Coordinator Kampala Central, Mbazira Francis. Constituency Coordinator Rubaga North, Mr. Sergo William. Constituency Coordinator Rubaga South, Mr. Mulindwa Charles. Media Coordinator is Mr. Mugonza Andrew, just right before me. Coordinator, faith-based issues, because as we try to build a task force, we have to consider every sector, and faith comes in as a priority as well. So the coordinator for faith-based issues is Mr. Mutengeza Fred. Assistant coordinator for faith and Catholic communities is Portable Mrs. Maxensia Nakanjako Chimbo. Coordinator special communities, Mr. Ratoro Eric. Deputy coordinator, Deputy coordinator, Bugisu communities is Mr. Sam Mali. Coordinator business community, Sechizivu Isma. Coordinator business community, Deputy coordinator, Namakade Salima. Coordinator informal groups, Nantali Ruth. Coordinator for the youth is Dennis Tumuhairu. Deputy coordinator for the youth, Chiinji Dennis. Assistant youth coordinator for institutions, Haruna Ubi. Assistant youth coordinator institutions for gender balance, we also have the female person. That is Mirembe Irene. Coordinator for women, Mrs. Stella Michibi. Deputy coordinator for women, Mrs. Asabawewa Catherine. For artists, the family where I come from, the coordinator for artists is Mr. Kaspat Kasui. Assistant coordinator for artists is Haruna Sentamu, also known as Ice Banton. Assistant coordinator for upcoming artists is Kaimba Success. Okay, coordinator for public institutions, health education, and public transport is Dr. Mirembe Joe, rapid response. Deputy coordinator in charge of education, Sekamate Patrick. Deputy coordinator in charge of health, Catherine Serunjoji. Coordinator special communities, Dr. Eric. I think that is about it. Yeah, we also want to tell you that next week is going to be fully action-packed. Fully action-packed. After the overwhelming response from the people who believe that we started a very strong journey that we must, we have a very packed week. Beginning with Monday, we are going to pick nomination forms from the Electoral Commission. After which we shall come back here to our offices, have mobilized my fellow artists who are going to have a chit chat, and we also have ideas from them on the same day. Then Tuesday, we shall be meeting interest groups, political parties, corporate people, my friends from the ghetto, transporters, religious leaders, special communities, and trade groups. Then on Wednesday, we shall start a citywide nomination signature collection process in all the 28 electoral areas that make up our city. We shall do it for about 7 solid days. Lastly, but okay, not lastly, I want to console our people in the arcades that were fully affected on Wednesday by the floods. It was very, very, very terrible. I saw people who were saving a border who was almost drowning in the city. I want to tell you, my people, that floods are an after effect of many years of no work. Because as you remember, those floods used to be at a certain side of the city. For example, the clock tower. But now they have gone uptown. You can remember that the late Lord Mayor Sevana constructed and renovated the Nachivo Channel so many years ago. And the incumbent Lord Mayor has not supplemented, no effort to either expand it or even build more channels. That is why you've seen people suffering in arcades, you've seen people having sleepless nights over the rain, and imaginable. Imagine just one fall of rain, just one day, floods were all over the city. So imagine if it would rain 4 days, that means the whole of Kampala would become a lake. So I say that, I actually saw the outgoing Lord Mayor on TV ranting, telling the public shamelessly that people very well know what he has done. And people are watching. I want to challenge him. Let him put whatever he has done on the table. Let him put what he has done on the table. If floods can disrupt people's businesses and homes, just like the other lady who was swallowed by a manhole in Nakawa on another floody day in Kampala, and he's shamelessly sitting telling people that he will put what he has done something. Let him put whatever he has done on the table. For us, fixing floods is number one on our agenda. Solutions, like I've told you. First and foremost, Kampala needs more water channels. Because of the population increase, the water supply is overflowing, and the channels are still very small and very less. When I talk about solutions, another solution to floods is we have to green our city again. As we grew up, we used to see our parents plant okukola and paspalam. A lot of us used to think that was decoration of anti-chikomera or something, but no, it was regulating the runoff of water. But unfortunately today, people are building buildings in the city, people are building concrete compounds. That does not regulate water, because the water comes and flows immediately. We need to learn, we need to find a solution how to regulate our water. The water flow needs to be regulated. We have big institutions like universities, hospitals. We need to have reservoirs. Reservoirs in the big institutions, because what does the big institution have? It has a big water usage. So we need to have reservoirs in our city where water can be regulated on its flow. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all for today. And like I've told you, the program coming week is going to be extended. I still invite you to come and help me reach out to the people and be sure the people have progress. Thank you so much. Ensonga y'olwaleero kwe kubategeeza n'okubeebaza nga twongera obategeeza nti ofiisi yaffe okubaliriza ggulwawo, ebintu bitambulira bulungi ddala. Era responsibility mu bantu kwetwagulawo ku ofiisi bagikozesezza nnyo okusobola okutuukirira Lord Mayor waabwe gwe bagenda okwerondera 2021. Olunaku lwaleero nali yagadde okuintroducinga task force ginaba introducing olunaku luli twagulawo ku ofiisi yaffe, naye abasinga obungi tebagyekenenya bulungi, so njagala mbawe details za task force yaffe. Ndowooza task force list nagibasomedde, tunasobola okweyambisa eyo. Njabategeeza nti wiiki ejja egenda kubeera nsasagge. Ensasagge enyini ku lwa nsonga okutandikira ddala ku lunaku lwa Monday lwe lunaku lwe ngenda ogenda ku Electoral Commission okukimayo nomination forms zange. Oluva okupinga nomination forms zange ngenda kwegatta ku kibinja ky'abayimbi bakwano bange abagenda okunkyalirako wano okujja okunjozaayoza obuwanguzi bwe twetegekedde. Olunaku olwokubiri tujja kuba tusisinkana groups ez'enjawulo omuli political parties, bacorporate, bakyali bange ab'omu ghetto, banaddiini n'aba trade groups, batransporters n'abantu abalala ab'enjawulo. Njagala nnyo okubagiza bakwano bange nalabye olunaku olwokusatu nga amataba ga Kampala gabayingiridde mu bizinesi zaabwe, nalabye n'owa boda gwe baataasizza okubbira. Kale kyannaku nnyo lwa nsonga nti njaga nti amataba ago kigaleeta oba amataba ago kwe tuba tulabira nti no administration ya KCCA eriwo terina mulimu gwekoze. Lukwago tasobola ku administeringa oba genda kulambula kulaba mirimu ekikola ki bwekitambula ekyo gyagamba nti alina gyakoze. Okuba Ssebaana lwe yakola omwala gwa Nakivubo emyaka mingi egiyise tegudaabirizibwanga, ate nga abantu Namungi yayongera kweyiwa mu kibuga n'enkozesa y'amazzi, abantu Kasaba yongera obungi enkozesa y'amazzi neekola ki erinnya. Ekitegeeza nti abantu beeyongera mu kibuga emyala girina okweyongera obungi oba n'ekiriwo kino okugaziwamuko amazzi gasobola okutambula nga tatataganya abantu mirimu gyabwe. Namulabye Lord Mayor Lukwago ng'ali ku TV ekyanga nga yeekalakaasa nga yeekaza ng'agamba bannakampala nga bw'alina byakoze era ebirabikako. Naye nze nja muzoganya mugambe nti bw'aba alina byakoze abiteeke ku mmeeza nga n'ensi yonna ekola ki era bave mu kwekyanga obwekyanzi. Ogamba otya mbu olina byokoze nga bannyinaze Basseruganda bali mu Mutaasa Kafeero Arcade bali mu kulwana na bucket kujja mazzi mu bizinesi yaabwe. Hatuwezi kubali mambo kama hiyo. Tetusobola bikiza bintu bifaanana bwe biti. Tetusobola kulwa nsonga newekaliza ddala n'otula ku TV y'eggwanga n'ogamba nti olina byokoze. Eggulo limu nga abantu baali balwana amataba nabagamba nti mwegenze nnyo abakulembeze abakaaba obukaabi, kubanga bw'akaaba nga nammwe bwe yalibadde solutions mukaaba ekitegeeza nti eggwanga liba libbi. Kakati mu nkola yaffe nze nga incoming Lord Mayor ndi mweteefuteefu okutandikira ku myalo egyo ogigaziya n'okwongera emyala mu kibuga kyaffe ku lwansonga amazzi ago gakomanga ku ssaawa ya Queen kati galinnye gambuse Kampala Road olunajogera gasanga Kololo wabula ng'ate bagamba nti bakola. Nze mpakanya nnyo nti bakikoze. Engeri emu ku zo gye tusobola okukozesa nga tukendeza amataba ago kuba tigatataganya abantu. Ekisooka ngi bannyonnyodde yakugaziya myala nakwongera myala mu kibuga. Ey'okubiri yakuddamu ku greeninga oba greening mu Luganda nkiyite ntya okuddamu tulina okuddamu okusimba omuddo mu kibuga kyaffe. Bwe twakulanga twalabanga abazadde baffe basimba obukomera naye olwali abantu basimba bikomera, twalabanga basimba pasipalamu kati abantu bayiwa concrete na pavers. Ekyo kireeta amazzi okuba nti gaddukira ku speed etali regulated. Kakati tujja kukola n'abantu nga tubakubiriza okuddamu okusimba greening eyo ku lwansonga enkuba bw'etonnya pasipalamu ono akendeeza amazzi flow yaago. Ekira tulina institutions ennene ezikosa amazzi mu bungi, tulina amalwaliro, tulina amasomero. Institution ennene zirina okuba ne reservoirs nti amazzi bwe gaba gakosebwa galina bwe galegama nga tiganayingira channels zigatambuza kukola ki kweyongerayo. Basawo ne bannyabo ebyo byangu olunaku lwaleero mbebazizza nnyo mwebali ddala. Olunaku olwokusatu kale njagamba tugenda kubanga tutambula tutalaga Kampala yenna mu 28 electoral areas nga tunoonya signatures ezigenda tusobozesa okuba nti twegere mu maaso nga twetegeka okuyingira ofiisi y'obwa Lord Mayor. Tulina task force of constituency zitujja okubanga nazo tujja banjulira engeri gye bateekawo enkola ya kiremesa naye tetujja kuleba bateekawo enkola gye bagiyise scientific. So tulina okuorganizinga amagye mangi nnyo ku buli level nga tugenda kuba tubanjulira gye bujja gye banjulira constituency task forces. Mwebale nnyo, mwebale eddala.